Right, if there's such a thing as a Justice League or Avengers for car design, Apple is clearly putting it together. Because yes, if you thought the Apple car was just a side project for Cupertino, the company has just made a pretty heavy investment and talent for it. Speaking of Apple, the company wants to pick up MacBook sales with some interesting additions to the M2 family this year, and Samsung just pulled a Samsung and revealed some colorful details for the Galaxy Flip 4 that might remind you of TikTok. I'm Jaime Rivera, and isn't it just Monday, but we're not even in Techvember yet, and this week is already planned to be crazy? This is Pocketnow Daily. All right, no official news yet again, because this week will be more about that. So let's just start with Samsung and new information about the Galaxy Flip 4. Sammy's new Unpacked event is just, 10 days away, and like every year, the company has accidentally confirmed the new clamshell will be available in 71 color variants, and I know, 71, not 17. We can expect the new Flip to come in the standard 4 colorways: blue, boar purple, graphite, and pink gold. However, where it gets interesting is with the bespoke edition that allows you to customize the phone with many different color combinations. According to the intentional accident, you'll be able to get the frame in black, gold, and silver, and those can be combined with green, navy, red, yellow, and white. You can also get different colors for the top and bottom of the Flip 4, bringing that to a total number of combinations to 71. And I know, it's like the every man needs a 5 suits TikTok, which you can then get 75 combinations out of. Also, the website listed the phone in 128 and 256 gigs of storage options, meaning that half a terabyte variant might not make the cut. Anyways, which colors would you pick for the Flip 4? Let us know in the comments. Now let's talk about OnePlus and some great news if you're planning to get the 10T in the United States. We know that fast charging has always been a staple for OnePlus and one of the company's priorities, and yet they kind of skipped it with the 10 Pro that we got in the United States. And I mean, listen, not really skip because we at least did get that charger in the box, but you know they had faster options overseas. Well, in a recent blog post, OnePlus confirmed that the new flagship will support 125 watt fast charging in North America, which is a huge upgrade from the 65 watt from the 10 Pro. They also confirmed that the phone will go from 1 to 100% in just 20 minutes. Outside the US, the phone will support 150 watt SuperVOOC endurance charging, which is the brand's fastest charging ever. And the post goes on to explain that 150 watt charging is handled thanks to dual charge pump technology that provides 75 watts per each battery cell. The upcoming phone will also have a new battery health engine that will work with software tweaks to ensure that the 10T will have at least 80% of its original battery capacity after 1600 charge cycles. And for those of you that are worried about degradation, that's as much as any company is willing to guarantee the full life of their batteries. So 80% over that same amount of time and charges is pretty major. Moving on, let's talk about Apple and new information about MacBooks that could possibly arrive this year. According to a new report by Mark Gurman, Cupertino is still planning to launch new devices with more variations of the M2 chipset before the end of 2022. On his recent newsletter, Gurman said that the recent low sales for Macs are due to the launch of the M2 equipped models that arrived with delay, causing a significant pause in sales and a loss in revenue as part of the period. Now, Cupertino is looking for a bump in sales in Q4, and Gurman says that Apple is getting momentum by launching the new Mac Mini with some high-end MacBook Pro models as well later this year. To add to that, we can also expect that 2023 will bring the Mac Pro, the new iMac, and the 15-inch MacBook Air. Going back to July, there were already reports of a possible MacBook Pros with M2 Pros and M2 Max chips arriving by the fall, so rumors are getting stronger. Let's wait and see because, I mean that M2 is great, but the M1 Pros is still greater. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple once again building up the Avengers, Justice League, or whatever your favorite is. Seriously, I have ignored the Apple Card news because I thought it was just vaporware, but clearly it's not. Oh, not at all, and actually has to do with Lamborghini and other companies, and I promise that's not a typo. These past weeks have been full of information about Cupertino's car, which is expected to arrive sometime in 2025. Last week we talked about how the company has filed and published 248 car-related patents. Well, now we have more information. Late last week, Cupertino hired Luigi Taraborelli, and I know I butchered that, but he's been working for none other than Lamborghini for the last 2 decades, and not only that, but Luigi worked as the brand's chief of chassis and vehicle dynamics. He previously worked in projects like the Urus, Huracan, Aventador, and the limited off-road edition of the Huracan, aka the most iconic cars for the last, 2 decades? Not only that, Luigi is joining an elite team that's being formed by Apple that includes engineers from Tesla, Rivian, Volvo, and Mercedes, as well as senior design executives from McLaren, Porsche, Tesla, and Aston Martin that will bring further experience to the division. Other recent additions are the former car safety development lead from Ford, the former chief of BMW's EV division, and Stuart Bowers, who was in charge of Tesla's autopilot team. Thing is, clearly, Apple doesn't just want to build a car. They want to build a supercar, and in today's question, let us know, what would you want from an Apple car? Because in my case, I don't just want another car. I want a smart car, and not the Mercedes small little one. Like a really smart car. And it's so funny because it's not like if you have space constraints in a vehicle. So why is it that software in vehicles is so bad? That's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, so our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me debate the reality of just how crazy the season is starting to be. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.